Hello, and welcome to the Pulse of Janesville and Rock County, hypothetically speaking. I'm your host, Rich Gruber, and today we'll take a hard look at two cities, two approaches, and one question that keeps coming back. What's ahead? Yeah, you heard me. What's ahead? Our theme today, from blight to bright. What Beloit's streetscape says about civic will, and also a Janesville paradox, a city of parks haunted by industrial memory. Let's start in Beloit. This is not just dreaming. It's a blueprint hiding in plain sight. In September of this year, the city of Beloit launched Tax Increment District Number 16, a 305-acre master planning initiative aimed at transforming the Prairie Avenue corridor. But here's the key. The plan isn't about asphalt and storm drains. It's about identity. It's about turning a tired thoroughfare into a vibrant, multimodal, mixed-use district, one that reflects community values and economic ambition. So, what if other communities approach their commercial corridors like Beloit? Beloit's Prairie Avenue concept plan is bold. It treats the entire corridor as a single ecosystem. Vacant lots, they're not a burden. They're an opportunity for housing, for retail, even medical services. Buildings face the street. Cars move to the back. Imagine people walking, biking, transit move to the front. Visual clutter, it's gone. In its place, trees, wayfinding, and coherent design. And yes, density. Multifamily housing isn't feared. It's encouraged to keep the corridor alive. And Beloit isn't just talking. They're putting $14.7 million behind it. Real money through tax increment financing. That's future tax revenue reinvested into today's improvements. In plain language, Beloit is betting on itself and backing that bet with financial muscle. Now, let's take a what-if pause. What if Janesville planned its corridors the way Beloit just did? Imagine Center Avenue, tree-lined, with sidewalks and buildings pulled up to the street. Imagine Milton Avenue not as a strip, but as a walkable district with housing, retail, public spaces woven together. Picture Court Street as a civic spine, revitalized, reconnected, and reimagined. Local leaders have voiced support. City Manager Kevin Lehner has said Janesville isn't just looking to clean up blight, but to reposition its corridors. Traffic engineer Anna Bizjak says Center Avenue is long overdue for a redesign. And Councilmember Michael Cass points to the Woodman Center and the JATVMedia site as real opportunities. And yet, despite the words, we don't yet have a plan. Beloit has adopted one. Janesville has not. That's the paradox. A Janesville resident recently wrote in. Let me share their voice. They said, right now, instead of leading with a corridor plan, we're trying to lead with a project, the JATVMedia site. And we are completely skipping the corridor planning. The site doesn't exist in a vacuum. We've set this up backwards. Strong words, but worth considering. So again, what if Janesville planned its corridors like Beloit? Maybe it's time to stop asking what if and start asking what's next. Now, let's pivot. Planning is one thing, public engagement is another, and in Janesville, engagement has been at the center of growing frustration. Welcome to Janesville, city of parks and opportunities lost. We dream in policy prose, but build in procedural potholes. The JATVMedia project was supposed to be more than bricks and mortar. It was a chance to reimagine governance. Instead, symbolism over substance. The city formed an advisory board. It was meant to signal inclusion. But with no structure, no mandate, no urgency, it has become a hollow gesture. As of now, no agenda, no defined mission, a meeting set for September 24th without a clear purpose. Councilmember Josh Erdman offered another path. His proposal had teeth. It defined responsibilities tied to milestones. It called for regular public meetings, recruitment standards to ensure diverse voices, and feedback loops so residents could see their input mattered. It wasn't about threatening authority, it was about challenging complacency. Instead, what we got was a board in name only. Tokenism. And tokenism is corrosive. It teaches people that their voices are ornamental, not operational. And the civic cost? It's real. We lost the chance to model transparency, to build trust, to teach residents how redevelopment really works. But here's the good news. It's still a teachable moment. Other cities have stumbled and recovered. In Newark, New Jersey, residents turned frustration into electoral power. They elected Russ Baraka, and inclusion became a political imperative. In Camden, New Jersey, citizens fought back with lawsuits. Participation became a right, not a favor. In Minneapolis, the city pivoted after backlash, embedding engagement into its 2040 plan. In Portland, Oregon, years of advisory fatigue finally gave way to participatory budgeting. Citizens gained direct control. Closer to home in St. Charles, Missouri, residents organized against a data center. The city not only listened, but they changed course. These stories show us something. Civic failure is not final. Cities can and do recover. So what about Janesville? The path forward is still open. Revisit Erdman's framework. Codify public influence. Democratize recruitment. Educate through engagement. Measure impact, not just attendance. Janesville doesn't need more boards. It needs better boards. Boards that reflect moral imagination, not just administrative habit. Until then, we remain a city of parks and opportunities lost. Thinking about running or serving? Well, start here. The Rock County Civics Academy may be able to help. We offer one-on-one consultation to help you understand the basics of the office you seek, whether elected or appointed. Our team of veterans will meet with you. We'll give you an orientation, the law, the practice, and the realities of public service. We are nonpartisan and we're not political. Instead, we bring practical tips and real insights about what it is to serve in your community. If you have an interest, reach out. We can arrange a time to sit down and help you gain a better understanding of exactly what the role and responsibilities are. Reach out. Contact us at rockcountycivicsacademy.org. All one word, rockcountycivicsacademy.org. Once you understand the basics, we can provide step-by-step advice on how to turn your desire to serve into a plan of action. Now, before we close, a spotlight. Havana Coffee on Milton Avenue. It's more than a cafe. It's a place where civic energy meets espresso, hearty food, warm service, and support for local journalism. And we thank Nowlin Law Firm and attorney Tim Lindau for standing with us in this work. So let's close with a thought. What if transparency were standard in local government? What if civic engagement became Rock County's defining strength? Every advancement in this community begins when someone starts to choose to act. If you've asked yourself when the right time to get involved might be, the answer could well be now. Volunteer with a civic group. Apply to serve on a board or a commission, or even run for office. Because if not you, who? And if not now, when? That's it for today's edition of the Pulse of Janesville and Rock County, hypothetically speaking. Stay engaged with the Rock County Civics Academy online, on Facebook, on YouTube, and subscribe on Substack. And until next time, stay curious, stay engaged, and please stay connected. Have a great day.